Hey scholars! Welcome to Mathora. I'm Ms. B and you'll be learning with me. Today, we're going to be going over 3 math test questions you must know. Part 1. But before we get started, I want to make sure you're in the right place. If you already know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide decimals, then you're ready for this video. If not, no worries. Go ahead and watch our 6th grade decimal unit first. We go over everything step by step and then come back here. Now let's go ahead and get started. Question 1. What is the value of the product of 3.42 and 0.11? The important word here is product. Product means the answer to a multiplication equation. Now we know that we're multiplying. What are we multiplying? Decimals. That comes with a strategy. If you don't know how to multiply decimals and you don't know about the 3M's method, go ahead and watch a video that I've already created for you. Come back to this video when you're done. So using the method that's in that video, we know that 3M's mean move out, multiply, move in. We are going to be moving the decimal out of both of our numbers, so let's go ahead and do that. 2 plus 2 equals 4. We're going to come back to that 4. Let's go ahead and multiply. I'm going to multiply in silence, and I encourage you to pause and try, or watch and learn. Now let's move the decimal back in. We can clearly see that D is our answer. But let's talk about why A through C is not our answer. Here we have 342 and we have a 342 here. We know that it is something with a 762. And that multiplication mistake is right here, because if you didn't put the 2 here, you would have just dropped down the 4. The only difference between B and D is the decimal placement. And that is what the test is testing you for. They're testing you for 2 things. Can you multiply? Yes. Okay. Can you move your decimals out and can you move them back in? Yes. Okay, then you should get the correct answer. Let's move on to question number 2. Question 2. What is the product of 3.74 and 0.8? Key word here. Once again, we're multiplying decimals. So we're going to do the same process. Move out, multiply, move in. So first, we're going to move our decimals out. We're going to save that 3 for later, and we're going to multiply. I'm going to stay here and multiply in silence. I encourage you to pause and try, or watch and learn. Now let's move our decimal back in. Our final answer is going to be 2.992. As we can see, our answer is going to be B. A and C tell me there was a multiplication mistake somewhere. Why? Because we got an 8-2 and we got an 8-2 here. That means that something went wrong around this area here. Now we have it, it's in between B and D. And the reason why it's not D is because the decimal is definitely in the wrong place. So now you have 2 questions that's on the test that's going to test to see if you know how to multiply, and they also test it to see if you know how to move your decimals in and out. That's all it's testing. So if you know how to do that, you will definitely get the correct answer, a B. Question 3, a lot of words. I know, what you scared for? Why are you scared? Relax, you're with him is B. I got you. Before I even put pencil to paper, I need to figure out and I need to read the word problem. So what does Malia have going on? So Malia has 2 bags of oranges and 1 bag of grapefruit. Malia loves citrus, obviously. The first bag of oranges weigh 1.4 pounds and the second bag weighs 2.8 pounds. Cool. The bag of grapefruit weighs 2.25 times as much, whoa, as the 2 bags of oranges combined. That looks a little scary. What is the weight in pounds of the bag of grapefruit? My approach, you cannot use a process of elimination, right? So my approach is going to be to draw it. So let's go ahead and draw what Malia is doing with all of this fruit. The first bag of oranges weigh 1.4 pounds. So let's go ahead and label that. And then it says the second bag weighs 2.8 pounds. And we know it's talking about oranges because it's in the same bullet point. Okay, now let's keep going because we're drawing our picture and our picture is not done yet. It says the bag of grapefruit weighs 2.25 times as much as the 2 bags of oranges combined. It's a lot going on here. Don't let these words scare you. Combine means add. and times means multiply. The bag of grapefruit weighs 2.25 times the oranges combined, so we're just going to say oranges. We want to know this. How much does the grapefruit weigh? And the first thing we need to do is figure out how much does the oranges weigh combined. 1.4 plus 2.8 equals 4.2 pounds. Okay, this 4.2 represents pounds of oranges. We're almost there. This is not the answer that you're going to put here. No, because what did that answer? That answered pounds of oranges. It did not answer bag of grapefruit. Okay, 4.2 is not your answer. So now that we know how much our oranges weigh, we can replace oranges with the actual number 4.2. Does the same thing. Oranges equals 4.2. So 225 times 4.2. Once again, we're multiplying decimals. So let's go ahead and move our decimal out. Let's save that number for later. Let's set up our multiplication equation. I'm going to multiply in silence. I encourage you to multiply with me. And here I have my answer of 9.450 since, oops, whoa. And here I have my final answer of 9.450. Since that 0 is a trailing 0, it can be dropped. You don't have to type it. So here are the two answers that you're going to be typing in the box. You're either going to type 9.45 or you can type in 9.450. Yes, it is equivalent decimals, okay? Since last time we had answer choices to go through and this time we don't have any answer choices to go through, let's see if the answer makes sense. We know that the oranges combined is 4.2. Let's round that to 4, okay? And we know that the bag of grapefruit weighs 2.25 as much, and we're going to round 2.25 to 2. And 4 times 2 is 8. So we know that our answer should be close to 8. It shouldn't be less than 8, and it also shouldn't be like 80. No. So 9 is about right. And that's all I have for you today. Those are the 3 decimal questions I found on the 2024 Grade 6 FAST Released Assessment. If you want to practice the entire release test for free, including the answer key, head over to www.officialmathora.com, click links, then select the 6th grade FAST release test. As always, I hope this video helped. Bye, scholars!